episode 29 of the Red Sea Podcast. And what's there even to say, honestly? Following a bad opener in basketball, worse opener than I could have imagined. And I think breaking the record for the most contrasting episodes in emotions back to back of a podcast. I don't know if I'm angry, I don't know if I'm calm or I don't know if I'm sad, I don't know which emotion is overwhelming right now, but that's why I'm here to talk about it to you all, and that's why I'm here for you all to talk about it to me. Uh, Not even gonna properly promote, uh, but do follow the banner if you like what you see. Um, the show is everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, and Spotify. Links should be in the description, and all the links should be on the link tree on every platform bio. Uh, so if you like what you see, do follow everywhere, subscribe, uh, turn on notifications, like, comment, message, anything and everything will always be acceptable, whether on happy nights like yesterday's or depressing ones like today. Uh, Lines are open if you do want to join up properly. Just take the link that's in the comments somewhere around me. I see it here. I don't know where you all see it. But take the link, copy it uh, on Google, and I should be allowed to let you in to state your opinion. I don't usually make this clear enough, but the link is usually uh, in the chat, and there is no restrictions for anyone coming on and stating their opinion, as long as you don't get me banned, of course. Yes, going back to what I said yesterday, I can't even remember if the show has had two back-to-back positive podcasts. But yeah, not meant to be just yet. Hope everything is okay with my audio, like usual. Uh, and there is big news coming very, very soon. The weekend should more or less be kind of full with announcements. That's regarding the Patreon, that's regarding the show on Sunday, and that's regarding some backstage stuff and talks that have been going on. I'm glad my audio is okay. Now, let's quickly get into the game, shall we? Such a list of negatives today, I feel like. Of course, opening with a 0-1 record, losing to Fener away 82-71, with a very bad third quarter, like a very bad second half in general. The team, in some aspects, looked lost, at least in my opinion. Some players looked completely lost. Others stepped up, like there is some positives to keep. There is some positive surprises as well to keep, honestly, but some players did look more or less lost. But I do want to open with two statements before I forget. And the first one is uh, wishing Scotty will begin as speedy of a recovery as possible, given how honestly rough it looked. Uh, some people did point out on Twitter that it did resemble the Derrick Rose injury a lot, and I really, really hope it's not as career destroying as that was. But seeing how much in pain Scotty looked to be, I'm very, very worried. So I hope I hope we get some positive news out of that story because injuries aren't wastable to anybody, no matter the team. And yeah, secondly, I still can't fully fathom that we are watching Euroleague in 2020 fucking 4, and there is what is more than likely a racist attack from the crowd to a player like Sekil Makisek. And when uh, we are going to get into how that was treated by the refs in a second, but when that player gets told to leave, I'd say something else, but we're still 7 minutes into the stream, so that's not possible for me to say. Uh, but and when that fan gets told to leave, the stadium claps the racist fan. My brain can't fully fathom what we just saw today. Yeah, of course, it's still a part of society because the majority of humans are absolutely stupid, and I'm not shocked. I should be, but I'm not shocked because a racist attack happened. I'm shocked by the stadium reaction. And again, I don't want to dump uh, Fener fans, all of Fener fans, into just a racist bucket because there is a specific Fenerbahce fan that does follow me, that has followed the show for a while. That is a wonderful, wonderful guy that did call it out on his own. So, ironically, racism isn't really color coordinated, and there is dumbasses like that in every fan base. Still shocked. Still shocked. And given Beryl's reaction on Twitter as well, and Shaq's reaction, who we know never, never gets into fun altercations. Uh, what was said must be vile. Really, really must be vile. But I don't want to focus on that because I'll spend however the show goes on for. I'll honestly spend it just ranting about that specific thing, and there is so much to talk about. Uh, there is no chance. If you want me to be just fully blunt, there's no chance that Euroleague do absolutely anything about what happened. Worst case scenario, Fener gets a fine or 1 month behind closed doors. Like that's the most that happens. We saw the refs just call a tech on McKissick. That alone just shows you everything that the EuroLeague will be doing in regards of that. I also don't really want to get into because we did see some dodgy refereeing today, but we all know how the EuroLeague has been for God knows how many of the last years. So I really don't want to get into what was more or less expected playing Fener away. So yeah, it's just shameful on the organization for many things, but it has been like that, and we've seen no change. So, um, purely basketball wise, I do want to start with something that I do uh, that will mix up both coaching and the refs a bit. I do believe that today Aside some players looking lost, Fener, of course, did things right. Like the Fenerbahce defensive work today, in my opinion, was very good. Uh, Especially the focus on Vezenkov proved to be very smart. And the monster that is Boban Marjanovic, the freak of fucking nature that is Boban Marjanovic, that did play 15 minutes today, which I don't think anyone expected Boban to play 15 minutes, let alone start the game. Uh, just showed one of our main issues with the two big boys out. And I mean, I did say during the game that Moses was looking a bit shaky, but no, he picked up performance perfectly and did end up as one of our only positives of this game, in my opinion. But of course, against uh, that tower of a man, Moses did struggle. Uh, but him and Petroshev did do all the good, especially Philip did try to play with nerve, did try to fight for the ball, no matter the situation, and I will applaud him for that. Petroshev, again, one of our only positives of this game. And yes, that sadly is true. We did fully lose the physical battle today. Uh, and there is some players that seemed very shaken by that. Unsettled, I think, is the better word here. And I will get into that just skin through the players, uh, saying mostly a first opinion. God Christ above. This comment uh, will stay pinned on this live stream because saying that Coach B that wasn't very skaggistish of you after a loss like that is something that is worth making people laugh a bit, at least after what we saw. But yes, I do believe that B had a bad second half as well, sadly. Some players played more than they should, and some players played way less than they should have, at least in my opinion. I think that's how best to describe what B did wrong. And also, B has a massive problem with timeouts. And I don't know why. For the life of me, I don't know why he doesn't use up his timeout. And that's something that always happened. That's something that has happened every time he's here. Okay, didn't. Uh, I didn't want to get into this immediately, but Dorsey is in the category of players that should have played more. For me, Dorsey was very good today for the time he played. He wasn't uh, as incredible as he was on the derby, but Dorsey was very good today. But he only played 16, and have I haven't the slightest clue why Dorsey played 16. He was nowhere in the fourth quarter. I don't know. Uh, yes, that's my point with the timeouts. When he uses them very well, and the momentum usually does shift, but he uses minimal amount of timeouts. And it's not the first time that this happened. By no means am I calling B a bad coach, but just like every coach, B has his moments. And B has his beliefs that he sticks by no matter if the world is ending or not. Back to this. Tyler was nowhere in that final quarter, and for me, he should have played around the time that Sasha did. Where do you see ratings? Wait, wait, because I don't know where to see ratings for basketball. Where? Apologies for the hiccup. Um, that is a bit of a random sofa score. That the flash score. Let me actually do go check the the ratings that they did put out. Yeah, I am gonna go do that immediately. Because again, that is a bit of a random soft score. They just don't give the slightest of absolute facts about basketball. And I mean, I get it. The main things, the main people they draw in are for football, but their basketball recaps are so bad. They are so bad. That's why it's always a struggle to place on some things when I am doing these basketball shows. But given my love and understanding for this sport, uh, I do manage. But I am gonna start using Flashcore a bit more since it has everything basketball well. As I was saying, I don't know why Dorsey didn't play more. Uh, and the same goes, I mean, this is where I said that it kind of mixes up. I'll get into Shaq. That stuff kind of mixes up with the refs because Luca did have 4 fouls. Luca needed to play more, but he did have 4 fouls. So it was hard for Coach Vic to put in Luca. Even though Woke Up did have bad game. Woke Up and Woke Up and Peters for me had a relatively bad game. There is the ratings. Yeah, 6.1. That's a bit harsh on Tyler, honestly. Uh, 5.9 on one, 6.7 on Sasha, 6.2 on Ghost, 7.3 on Moses, 7 on Shaq, 5.9 on Papa, 6 for Peter, 6.2 for Petrushev. Some of these are a bit harsh. Some of these are a bit harsh. But yes, uh, Thomas did have, yes, Shaq was. For me, if I had to name an MVP, no matter how the night did uh, turn out, mine would either go to Moses or Shaq. But yes, I would have loved to see Bulldozer play more, but that is a ref problem mostly. Another person uh, that I would have loved to see a bit more is Moses Wright. Uh, again, may have been dead. He did play 22 minutes, but uh, he was again nowhere in the fourth. I don't know why the fourth quarter, the end of the third, and the end of the fourth as well. After that racist, absolute dumbass got escorted out. I don't know why the end of that. two quarters of the second half went so bad. Weird game, honestly. Very, very weird game. Like, perhaps it's because I didn't expect it to go like this, but the game went very out of pocket on many, many occasions. Uh, but yes, to give my full opinion on Shaq, as was asked, uh, he shows up. Like, I am one of the first people to call absolute bullshit when the rumors did start to come out that he was on his way to AS Monaco. Uh, I think it was Monaco. It was either Monaco. Yes, that's exactly the point I immediately jumped into. It was either Monaco or Armani. I can't really remember right now. But yes, I'm the first one that called absolute bullshit on those rumors. And um, when people started coming out and saying that Shaq needs to go, I am one of the very, very few people that defended the opinion that Shaq needs to be in the roster. And Shaq needs to be in the roster for performances like today. Stuff didn't go our way today, but Shaq is uh, a tough player. Shaq is a big game player. Shaq has the ability to come in and have instant impact in limited time. Even though he did play 20 today. Uh, and going into this comment right here, the big game players didn't turn up. Everyone has dominated games like this many times. Before I get into Evan Fournier, more analytically at least, uh, for me, Shaq is a big game player. For me, Shaq is the definition of a big game player. I know that you mean more of the big names and the people we expect to do much more, but for me, Shaq is a big game player. That mostly shows in the derbies, but for me, Shaq is a big game player and he deserves to be a part of Olympiacos for as long as he can, uh, because he's grateful to be here and he will fight for this earth like very few others. I won't say no one, but very few others. Uh, People would have to deal with my pronunciation again. You deal with my pronunciation on the daily, and yes, I say it Darwin. I will continue to say Darwin because that is exactly how I've been taught to say the word. God. Going back to Evan Fournier, he'll need time. Perhaps he'll need more time than I initially thought. I still back Evan to do great things for Olympiacos. I still back Evan to do things that we have perhaps never seen before for Olympiacos, but he will need time. Uh, we do still have to remember that this period usually is the off season and has been the off season uh, for Evan for the last what 12 years. Uh, so it is surely a change of pace, and we all know the quality of uh, we all know the quality of Evan, uh, and it will show. I will stand my ground on this transfer, proving more than people even expect. But I feel like deep down we all knew that it would be more or less a rocky start, given the full 180 the of the league, of the playing style, of absolutely everything, and I think he knew it as well. So we need to be patient. It's what I said on the it's what I said on the full time post. Criticism and ways to fix stuff uh, that have gone wrong is more than accepted. In my opinion, it's needed. Uh, but distraction, as Greek fans tend to lean towards, is nowhere near accepted. No, needed. Especially on match day one. This is match day one. Like, come on, okay. The match they didn't go as we expected, but this is the start. This is a new team, more or less. And mistakes happen. And honestly, I'm glad this happened on match day one and not further into the season because stuff that needed to be showed. Mistakes that needed to be worked on will be worked on early. Stuff that needs to change will change. Uh, there is one more guy that I do talk about today, and that this is by far not a call out. People know how much I love Pop. People know how much I love the captain, but he was bad today. Just like he looked. I think me calling this out is more or less because I'm surprised about how lost Pop looked, but he needed to. In general, my main complaint from the same is that it needed to be handled differently. But it did show us a lot of things that will benefit us by far in the long run, at least in my opinion. And it is this that the defeat will uh, will affect. I don't know if it will hurt Fener because Fener look good. Then like let's not hide behind our own bullshit here. Fener look great, especially if people like Boban. Scotty will be a bad injury, but especially if people like Boban stay fit, Fener will be annoying this season. Uh, just so I didn't skip this. Yes, of course, I love you. Uh, I do want to get. Uh, oh, yeah, fully brain farted on that. Uh, yes. Okay, now that I see the comment, how you meant it, players will be hurt, of course. Games like that, especially from people like Vezenkov, especially from people like Evan, as I said, especially from people like Pap. They will work twice as hard on their own to fix what went wrong today. And that's why I love this roster, because even on bad nights like this, there is still a lot of positives to keep going on into the next match day every time. Now, to go on into this, I did want to just slowly closing out because I don't want to talk about anything else today. I want to solely focus on the game. Uh, there is a lot of weird stuff that went on uh, this match week, and that's of course Our opponents on match week 2, Zalgiris beating Barcelona, Baskonia beating Partizan, Bayern demolishing Madrid, uh, and currently the two games that are going on are Paris PC and uh, Crvena Zvezda. That is very, very close. Uh, and FS, of course, beating Virtus Bologna, which again, very close game, very low scoring as well. As I just mentioned, Olympiacos and Zalgiris will face off. Ooh. Hmm. Thank you for reminding me because I forgot. I'll get into that in a second. Olympiacos do face a very, very serious Zalgiris that we can't underestimate. Not even slightest bit. Uh, just like I did in my predictions, as it seems. So yes, stuff will need to be fixed because our schedule isn't getting any easier. Uh, now, this I did want to get into. I did mention it on Twitter. I did talk about it with you, George, as well. That there were two main issues playing wise today. And those were the rebounds, especially again around the end of that third quarter, the end of the third quarter, and 44 to 24. Honestly, no one can help you in any way when you can't save the golden ball. Uh, and I think I can recall Fener attack with five offensive rebounds, which again on its own is absolutely brutal. And the three pointer, again, some credit for that does go to Fener's defensive work, but we threw absolute bricks from the three. Uh, but yes, I don't want to fully get into a rant because I do want to keep it, as I said, on a criticized level because, again, match day one, I do believe in this roster. I do believe that this team will fix shit. And I will stand by us needing to support this team. This team has proven us right in moments where we thought everything was over. This team has completely surprised the entirety of Europe many times, recent years as well. So we need to support them. We need to give them all the love that we can, and they will pay us back. I'm sure. I'm more than sure. Exactly. Bad day at the office, but an early lesson. Tough task with the schedule ahead. Uh, but we'll see. One at a time. That's the main thing. I hope I hope this was good enough to get people's minds off of this defeat or to cover some uh, of the runs people have or to cover some of the doubts people have. I'm sure I missed some stuff, but again, having a wonderful interactive chat like this is amazing in covering my own just full gaps of memory on the game that I just watched. Uh, again, for the people, uh, for the people, don't know why my brain just completely shuts down sometimes. For the people listening to this after or watching after, the link will, as I said at the beginning of the show, usually be up for you all to come and join me live and say your opinions. Any comment will be read any comment will be talked about, negative, positive, criticizing, anything. And this show is the voice of the voiceless. That is what the show has stuck with. That is what the show has been created for, and that is what the show will continue to be. Can't state that enough. So grateful for all of you. So, so, so grateful for all of you. Feel like we have a long season ahead in every sport. This is gonna be such an insane ride. And it's gonna be a big year. So strap on. Strap the fuck in for everything that's coming. Because you all have allowed me to be as confident as I am with this. So everything will be worth it. I promise. See you all on Sunday night. For the post game of what is hopefully gonna be a Panathinaikos absolute smashing, with the only negative of that smashing being the Diego Alonso cycling. So yeah, I had seen the comment. Gonna leave with this. Το ρουφιάνι είναι λίγο. I did see the comment. Wait, I will actually look for it. There it is. I am keeping this for Sunday, but I will close off saying that this is shameful, and most Panathinaikos fans agree. This club is such a joke, and I hope we find it smash 5 past them. I really hope we smash 5 past them. But yes, that's about it. Hope you all enjoyed this quick little recap and the calm and chaotic at the same time chat of and about everything. Uh, can't even put that up. Can't even put that comment up. Uh, and we leave with this positive, absolutely positive prediction. And I'll see you all so hopefully in a more positive